So today we're going to be taking some text, as you can see on screen here, and then we're going to generate some really visually appealing 3D text effects by using the wonderful software Adobe Illustrator. Now I do have some crucial tips and also some helpful pointers that will make the final outcome more efficient for your projects. So welcome back, and we are of course in Adobe Illustrator. Before we start to make the 3D text effects, I need to show you some important things about today's project. Firstly, you want to generate 3 different groups of text. So one of them is going to be a main heading, and for that I've used the font Redwing. The second text group needs to be aligned to the right, as you can see here, and that's going to make sense later. And then the third group of text should be down below. Notice how I've used different font weights and also different sizes to create some kind of contrast. Now this makes the design more interesting, and you can play around with differing hierarchies for your design. Also, it is going to be a wise move to copy your text off to the right by holding down the Alt Option key and then clicking and dragging. It is just good to have that text there as a backup. But another important part of today's design is going to be the use of color. So for mine, I actually came into the Explore Color Scheme panel here, and I just applied some color schemes to my swatches. Okay, so let's get cracking with this 3D text effect. We first need to create a rectangle of any kind of color really, and the rectangle tool is M on your keyboard. Now you could make a perfect square or a rectangle, it's completely up to you and your design today. The color of your text will actually matter initially, but we can change that later. So go ahead and then open up the symbols panel, and we're going to drop one by one each of those text groups into this panel. You can of course name each different symbol if you want to, but I'm not going to do that for today's video. So select your rectangle and then come up to Effect, 3D, and then Extrude and Bevel. So the blue surface on the cube is going to be your main surface where that large text title is probably going to go. So yeah, just rotate the cube around until you think it matches how you want your design to look. Also extend out the other dimensions as you can see me doing here. So now we want to make use of that map art option, and also please do wait to the very end because I'm going to show you how to customize the design, which most tutorials on this subject probably wouldn't do. So the red outline is going to highlight which of those 6 sides you're currently working on, and let's assign that large text title from the symbols menu here. Whilst you resize your text, you can hold down Shift, and that's going to prevent the text itself from being distorted. And to change the side that you want to be applying your artwork on, just simply click that right arrow here. So we're now going to apply the text on the left, and let's apply the second text symbol that we added earlier. I do need to rotate this by 180 degrees, and again if I hold down Shift when I do this, things are going to rotate and snap to every 45 degrees so we can keep things precise. And then finally, we're going to apply the text to the lower right side of my design. So you can of course spend, quite a lot of time playing around with the layouts and things like that, and you're probably not going to be satisfied the first time you make this design, as it is going to take a few attempts to get it done properly. Anyway, once you do have your design, you're probably going to realize that you cannot edit the color of the text. And so we're going to need to first expand the appearance from the top drop-down menu. Then come into the Pathfinder panel and make use of the divide function. This just splits up each and every vector path on your design into individual parts. The thing is though, we also are going to have invisible vector shapes that are the negative space within the lettering itself, and we do of course want to remove those. So from here, come up to Ungroup, which is going to ungroup everything, and then just click one of your letters. With it highlighted, come into the Select menu and then select the same color. This will select all of your lettering with that color, and then just press Command 2 on a Mac or Control 2 on a PC to lock it down. And then you can just select everything and hit Delete on your keyboard, which is going to remove those pesky invisible shapes. Finally, press Alt Option plus either Command or Control and then 2 to unlock everything. And then from here, your design should be customizable in terms of the color. And like I said, you probably will need a few attempts to get this done properly because it is kind of a trial and error kind of deal with this design. And so don't beat yourself up if it doesn't look perfect the first time you have a go at this design. And like I said, looking for color schemes on the Adobe color schemes menu is really helpful, and it does offer up some really nice color schemes, as you can see here with my complementary orange and kind of blue tones. And if you want to learn something else today, do remember to click a video on screen. Until next time guys, design your future today. Peace.